Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. Today I am here with a bullet journal video. Today I'll be planning for the upcoming month of June and then also showing you all of my completed spreads from May. So if you guys want to check out my May bullet journal plan with me video, that will be linked down below. So here's just a quick look at my bullet journal as it is slowly filling up throughout the year. So let's get going with the May flip through. So for this month I had this really weird theme. I had these stickers that I purchased from IKEA for like 50 cents, maybe even less, that I kind of used for this, and that inspired the whole color scheme. So I have a bunch of different scrapbooking paper elements, lots of stickers, lots of color obviously, and it was really fun to incorporate that throughout the month. Usually I do something with like Pinterest photos, but this one it was just like scrapbook paper and those stickers and washi tape and stuff like that. And here's the last weekly spread. I think this one is one of my favorites. The red color turned out so well and it matches really nicely with the stickers. But now moving on to June, I'm going to begin by taking out my iPad. I'm using the app Procreate to do this, and I sketched out this like Palm Springs kind of travel poster type thing. And then I chose a color scheme to go along with it, and then I'm just kind of filling in everything as I go. So pretty much like a month or two ago, I watched this show on Netflix. I think it's called like Upgrade My Stay or something like that. Pretty much where they redid Airbnbs to update them. And then there was this Airbnb in Palm Springs that was like a 1970s like original type of thing, and I have been obsessed with it ever since. So the backyard in that show was so cool and had the coolest color scheme, and it was obviously in Palm Springs, so that's kind of where I took my inspiration for this. So if you guys like home decorating shows, I definitely recommend it. To get this color scheme on here, I actually imported a photo into Procreate on the color palette section. So you just like go to your color palette, add a new color palette, and then import a photo from your photo library. It's such a cool thing. And then I got this super fun like pink and green color scheme. So as you can see, I have this cute little pink car over here, and then I absolutely love the lime green front door. And then of course like the flamingos and the palm trees in the background. So I was, when I sketched this out, I used like a really bad pen on Procreate, so there's a lot of like white spaces in between, so that when I was filling it, it didn't really work. So a lot of the time I had to completely color in everything. So if I would do this again, I would use a better like sketching outlining pen, if that makes sense. So I had to end up like redoing a lot of it, and then it took a lot more time than what should have been necessary. But as you can see over here, I'm just outlining everything with a black marker, and then the like base of the picture is done, I guess, and then I'm going to work on the text. So I was looking at a lot of different Palm Springs type of text things, and this is kind of what I came up with, what would work. So this the June one is like a font, and then the Palm Springs section is a inspiration from a different picture that I saw. So I printed that guy out, and I love how it turned out, first of all, and then I glued it into my bullet journal, and here is the final look of it. And then for the rest of my setup, I took out these Tombow markers. I think these suit the color scheme really well. And then I'm going to get started on the calendar. So I began by writing June out in this like kind of outline cursive type of font with a fine liner, and then I am just sketching out my calendar. I always recommend doing this in pencil first because there's always bound to be a mistake with counting your bullets or something like that, so highly recommend doing that. And then for the June title, I'm just kind of doing this like tie-dye effect inside of it with all of the various Tombow markers, kind of just blending them into each other. And then I also use those same Tombow markers as headers for the calendar. Added an events and favorite section, added my days of the week, and then for the days of the month, I'm just doing a little dot with a like mint color and then writing the date over top of it. And I played around with different Pinterest photos on here. I wasn't really happy with how the colors matched the Pinterest photos, so I was a little unsure with how things were going to work out for the further pages, but on this page I ended up not using any just because I wanted the colors to match a little bit better. So I did this kind of like, I guess mountains in like these pastel colors with palm trees over top of it. And then I am just writing in some other little details, added some washi tape, and we are good to go. It's a pretty simple calendar page, but I think it's cute nevertheless. So I kept it really simple this month and actually just did a weekly spread and a calendar, nothing fancy like I have done in the past, just to keep things simple. So for the weekly spread, I took out my Pinterest photos and played around with how I wanted those laid on the page. I'm using this lime green Tombow marker to do these like lines on the side, and then I'm just layering some photos on top. All of these are very like Palm Springs inspired with kind of a similar color scheme. The blue is a little bit different than in my original drawing on the cover page, but I think that'll be okay. I am using this washi tape to add some more details to it, and then I'm doing a like green June title, the same green as the stripes on the other page, in this cursive kind of font, and then behind it I'm doing a similar stripe thing as the other page. And then for the days of the week, I'm doing that in this pink color. And I kind of screwed up my days of the week, so I have Sunday on the wrong page because I thought I could fit everything on the other page, but that was definitely not the case. So it's a little bit messed up, but that is completely all right. And then I just outlined the days of the week with a black pen a little bit later, added some more washi tape. This one has like sprinkles on it, so cute. And then that is kind of how the page turned out. I also just double checked my dates because I'm always screwing those dates up. And yeah, that is the completed page. I think the outline on the text really makes it look a little bit different from like my normal text on my weekly spread. So it was a fun little change up. And lastly, we have the quickest flip through ever, considering there's like no pages here, but we have the cover page, the calendar, and then the first weekly spread. And then as the month goes on, I will continuously make more weekly spreads to organize my weeks and stuff coming up ahead. But that is how this little June plan with me turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you think of the theme. I think the colors are just so fun, and I am really excited to make more spreads with those colors. And yeah, that's it for today. I would love to chat with you in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.